I played a lot of Diablo 3 in college, like a lot. Like many a night I spent hunting for those sweet, sweet set pieces and grinding my characters to level 70. I've always loved the top-down dungeon crawling experience. My earliest memory with that type of game is actually Pokemon Blue Rescue Team on the Nintendo DS. So today we're going to look at some games that followed in the footsteps of Diablo and talk about their varying qualities. Without further ado, my name is Max, and you're probably new to my channel. I mean, statistically speaking, 90% of you will be new to this channel, and that's okay. I hope that by the end of this video, I can convince you that it's worth subscribing to. Whether you are new or a returning viewer, let's explore some games in the 6th episode of 3 Games, 3 Impressions.
It all began with a call for help. A letter from Borgovia addressed to Van Helsing, the great monster slayer, my father. He doesn't take cases anymore, but I am a hunter too. So I set off on a journey with Lady Katarina, my remarkable companion.
Developed and published by Neocore Games and released on the Xbox One in 2015, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing is one of the worst games I've ever played. It's certainly a game you can play. I don't like it, and you're about to find out why. I did not like how The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing played. I didn't like it at all, actually. I was locked to one class because I didn't own any DLC, and personally, what's the point of a dungeon crawler if you have no player variation, no style, no class options? I get this is a smaller developer, but like, come on. I was locked to Hunter, and I had to pay for the other two, and I know this game is old, and we're past that, and there's 2 other games in this trilogy of Van Helsing games. The gameplay here is extremely imbalanced, and is most definitely meant to be played with more than one person. It does not consider single player at all. There are way too many enemies packed in a given area, and they all have too much health. And it's like, pick a lane. You can either have a lot of enemies, or you can have enemies with a lot of health. You can't have both. I figured, oh, maybe I just need to do a side quest. But no, every quest is in the same beginning area. I have to go past all the deadly enemies to even do the first side quest you can find. It's bad design. It's just not well made in that aspect. Van Helsing has this AI-controlled ghost companion who always whines like, I need more healing potions, or I need a healing potion. And you give her a healing potion, or at least I did give her a healing potion. I remember I sent her a healing potion, and then I went and equipped it for her, and she still dies anyways. And she will use her healing potion and go, I need a healing potion. You used it. You used the healing potion. You're dead. Oh my god. I hated this. I hated that so much. This game was infuriating. I was trying to finish one quest per game since these RPGs, they're on the longer side. So I thought, one quest or 2 maybe would, be enough for some impressions. I couldn't bring myself to finish any because the game was just working against me the entire time. It was a no fun zone. You couldn't enjoy what this game had to offer on your own. My experience was so frustrating, I've already uninstalled it. I have no interest of picking this game back up. I don't want to play it for anything else. It's not worth it. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing gets an impression score of 3 out of 10.
Ancaria needs fortitude and a strength of will to determine its future. Will you strive to prevent the world from plunging into chaos? Or will you hurl Ancaria into the fiery abyss?
Released on the Xbox 360 by Ascaron and CDV Software Entertainment, they're both German developers and publishers, and they're no longer around. Sacred 2 is a prequel set 2,000 years before the original Sacred game. A decision probably made for folks like me who've never played the original Sacred. Sacred 2 Fallen Angel wins the award for the most baffling character selection screen in the history of ever. You have an angel girl, old wizard guy, warrior man, a forest lady, elf, and a robot Anubis dog. The game is super clunky, and I don't really love how it plays. Like, not at all. You can kind of get used to it, but I just wasn't a fan. The cool idea here is you can be a hero or a villain. I only played a hero during the impressions video, but I am kind of interested into seeing what a villain might be. You can have multiple weapons slotted, and that's awesome because that gives you more options when you're faced with lots of enemies on screen. And the balancing here, it's fine. Some hits don't connect all the way when I feel like they should have, but you can kind of just figure it out, and it becomes kind of doable. You build your character by investing into attributes and skill points, and I think you have to actually loot some of the attributes. I'm not too sure how that worked, but I do remember opening a chest at the beginning of the game and having to like loot like a skill point or like a skill. That's just kind of weird to me. Sacred 2 Fallen Angel gets an impression score of 6 out of 10.
It's not there for the final battle, when the last of our legion faced Jane Cassinder beneath the boughs of an ancient, hallowed tree. Nor do I know what power she called upon in that forest to murder my comrades and friends.
Dungeon Siege 3 was made by Obsidian Entertainment, awesome, and published by Square Enix? Released for the Xbox 360, PS3, and Windows in 2011, Dungeon Siege 3 might be super underrated. This game is a pleasant surprise because these two companies are pretty masterful at making good RPGs. Dungeon Siege 3 is not Obsidian's best game, but I still think it's pretty good. You pick one of the 4 characters, you do a little origin story, and boom, you're off. The combat's really fun, and the RPG mechanics are deeper than I expected. There's a lot of deep lore here, but it's also very welcoming to new players who haven't played the other Dungeon Siege games, like me. I love that you can have like different loadouts, just like Sacred 2, and in fact, now that I think about it, it's just Sacred 2, but way better. I focused on the main quest in this one and progressed through the first main dungeon and recruited a party member. I didn't expect this game to give you party members, but hey, here we are. That's pretty awesome. My only problem was there was like this awkward difficulty spike by the first dungeon, and I just thought that was annoying. Like, you don't have to make your difficulty spike this early. Actually, don't spike difficulty at all in video games. Just let us progress. Now, I guess I could have done some side quests, but I don't know. I feel like games should plan around players not prioritizing side quests. I am very interested in going back to this game. I love Obsidian games. KOTOR 2 is like one of my all-time favorites. So, yeah, I think I could finish this one in its entirety. Dungeon Siege 3 gets an impression score of 8 out of 10. Alright, so that was the 6th episode of 3 Games, 3 Impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today, and if you're brand new to this channel, like 90% of you probably are, then subscribe, because I could really use the help, and I love all the feedback I've been getting from people who comment and all the engagement. And if you just want to see my videos quicker, subscribing is the best way to do that. Other than that, this might be a little bit of a delay till my next episode of anything, because I am going to be working on Dragon's Dogma 2, and I really hope I like that game. It looks amazing. I never finished Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, but I've gone back to play it in order to get a little bit prepared for Dragon's Dogma 2, and I think I like it this time. I've been playing a Magic Archer in Dark Arisen. I think that's really fun. But yeah, I'm droning on, so this is the end of the video. See you later.